Newton News continues its candidate profiles. This week we feature Al Cecchinelli. He's running for mayor against incumbent Mayor Ruthanne Fuller and former Alderman Amy Sangiolo. This is the only contested race that will be in the preliminary election on September 14th.
Al Cecchinelli is running for mayor in the 2021 election. A longtime resident of Newton, he thinks he knows how to build the city back up again.
I think that there are a lot of things in the city that aren't being addressed that we need to do to keep our city vibrant and strong, and to be a great place to live.
As a Republican in the race, he wants to make sure citizens understand his priority is to make Newton a great place for residents to live.
I feel that there are quality of life things like lower taxes, better schools, garbage pickup, that are all important things that belong in city government.
Through his past career and volunteer experience, he believes he has seen all of Newton.
I know about the feeling of Newton, about why people are here, about why they choose to bring their families here, about what's important. Not only did I go through the Newton schools, but I taught in the Newton schools.
His volunteer work likewise puts him in a unique position.
I feel that by volunteering, I get to see a cross-section of the city. It's not just my life, it's other people's lives and how things affect them in the city.
Because of his exposure during his volunteer work, he feels strongly about vehicle accessibility.
People that have special needs, when there's nowhere to park and they go into the city centers, if we're making it more bicycle friendly and they don't have an option of using a bicycle, they have to use a van, that's not good for them.
Cecchinelli prioritizes supporting communities in need. This includes increasing access to low-income housing for these cohorts of people.
We have an economic zone program in the city of Newton. I would try to revamp that to make it so that developers that want to develop in these economic zones have to put real low-income housing in.
One of his key priorities is making sure businesses know that they are welcome and wanted in the city.
The first thing we need to do is we need to show businesses that we care about having them in our city. If you go into Newtonville now, about a third of the parking spaces have been eliminated on the street. The streets have been narrowed to a point where you can just get 2 cars down them, and when you can get there, there's nowhere to park. How do you go and shop at a place when there's nowhere to park?
That includes supporting small businesses as well.
In my administration, small businesses are important because they're the lifeblood of this city. Without these small businesses, people have nowhere to go to shop. They have to go to other cities, or they have to go to big box stores. And that's not always the best solution.
Another key component of his campaign is reworking the Newton schools.
I think that education is very important, but I currently don't think that we're getting the best value for the money we're spending. I think that we need to look at how the money is being spent in the schools and do better. I don't think it's about just giving them more money. It's about doing better with what we have.
His plan to reconfigure the school system does not just include budgeting.
With the way that teachers in Newton are pushing their beliefs on the students, I don't think that we should know whether a teacher is a Democrat or a Republican, whether they believe in Black Lives Matter or Donald Trump or any of that stuff. I think that they're to teach the kids history, math, English, how to read, how to write, things like that.
He has some special projects in mind to support all types of Newton residents.
I would like to get the paying down of the pension and post-employment liability deficit caught up. I would love to do what they're telling us is going to take 40 years, Would love to get that at least halfway done in 4 years. I would like to do that without having a tax override. I would like to open a city clinic so that all of our city employees have the option of getting their primary health care through the city clinic. The money that we save by having those people not go to private practitioners, we can open up that clinic to all at-risk youth in the city.
Cecchinelli will run against current Mayor Ruthanne Fuller and former City Councilor Amy Sangiolo in the fall. I'm Nicole Mader with Newton News.